Welcome to the module series. This series will serve as a SOP VA training system so that you can get your VA up to speed with how to scale your Amazon influencer business using Viral Vue. This is going to be A to Z, every single operational role necessary to operate all the clerical task load, not the least of which will be product research, brand outreach, as well as responding and securing brand deals, file management, editing and cross-posting, storefront optimizations, advanced product market research, managing and accepting creator connections campaigns, navigating historical data as well as brand deal tracker, effectively all the systems necessary for scale. Let's jump right into it. The first video, this video is going to be all the housekeeping, the first time setup when you log in for the first time to your influencer storefront with your Viral Vue account, what you need to set up so that all the automations are good to go. You can just click a couple of buttons. Again, like I said, one-time setup. From there, it is simple. You don't have to do any of this stuff again. Let's do that. What we're going to do is we're just going to jump right into the series. Some of these videos are going to be a little bit longer. They will be super in-depth, super granular, teaching you everything necessary to actually get to scale. First off, housekeeping, one-time setup. The first time you log into your VA mode on Viral Vue, you have to set up a few of the templates as well when you log into Amazon. Again, first time only. You're going to get the Viral Vue extension. You can go ahead and download that into your browser. Let's take a look at some of these tool sets. Your storefront is going to be where you are actually seeing the public facing front end of all the shoppable videos for your influencer. Now, let's do the Creator Studio here. Creator Studio is going to be where you're actually uploading all your content. There will be the whole module for cross-posting where you'll click this button and we'll go through what that looks like and all those things. So we won't go too granular into that now. Let's go pull up a tab on Amazon. Then let's search for just whatever we want. Let's do creatine, for example. We'll scroll down a little bit until the extension populates right here on the right side. There it's populating. You'll see the graphs, the tables start to populate under each of the Amazon listings. That's how you know you're getting your data. Now, once this is all pulled up, you can either click this button right here, or if you click the extension and then you click product view, that is the same button right here. When you're on Amazon, this button right here opens up product view. Same thing, same functionality right there. What this is going to do is going to pull up a table with all the comprehensive data you'd want, including the viral score. Do they have a creator connections campaign? Adding them to the bucket if they do have a creator connections campaign. We'll go into all this super in depth, not in this video. I'm just going over the UI UX so you can understand what we're looking at here. Next, you have your Creator Hub. This is like Creator Studio, but it is retired, so it's not actually used anymore. It does have this pretty useful metric, average view duration and watch time percentage. This is where you will find that. You won't find that on other UI UXs. That can be very useful for specific things. That's primarily all you're going to use that for. Associate Central is going to be for your back end reporting, actually showing your earnings reports. Creator Connections, we'll jump in there in a second. This is the big meat and potatoes, the web app right here, bottom left. The web app is going to be your central hub for seeing everything. Now, this is going to have your ASIN finder, your product finder. We'll go over all these tool sets. Viral Vault is where we're going to want to be for this first video for the housekeeping and setting up initial reach on everything. Sometimes this page does take a little bit longer to load because it is loading so much stuff. We're going to go ahead and click into the Viral Vault as soon as it does load. There we go, it's loaded up. Let's go ahead and click into the Viral Vault. We're going to see our media links. Here is the template manager. You're going to want to set up all these templates. Let me move my head real quick so you can see. There are the templates you're going to want to set up. Now, each and every single one of these is for a different thing. CC additional messages. This is when you reach out to a brand a second time
and you're not sending them the same blanketed message that says, I'm also interested in these products, ASIN. I'd love to collaborate. ASIN, bracket, ASIN, anything that has double brackets is going to be a placeholder for autofill that gives a variable based on what you are grabbing. You probably already know that so that you're aware. ASINs are product SKU identifiers on Amazon. CC chat inputs, you're going to have your address line. This is for quick auto responses when you are doing the brand responding. For example, a brand responds to your initial message and says, we're interested in working together, send your shipping address so that we can go ahead and move forward with the collaboration and send the sample over to you. This right here will save at least 20 seconds each time. It's going to be, my shipping details are as follows: name, email, phone number, and full address. The reason why I provide all of that is because sometimes brands want different data. Sometimes they want to send you an email update. Sometimes they want to add tracking to the shop app. So I just send it all so that they don't have to re-ask again and they can just get the sample shipped out. It's easier that way. Next, reviews in 10 days. When a brand says, what's going to be the timeline on actually achieving the posting of the shoppable content, we'll get it up in a bare minimum of 10 business days. It'll be done. Sometimes brands will ask, what's the credibility here? Show us a media kit or show us some proof of work. That's where I send the media kit, which is also another toolkit right here. You just set that up. It's already going to be set up for you as a VA. You don't have to worry about that. Let me just pull up my media kit so that you can see what that looks like. Here, it's going to show a backlink to all my social channels, as well as an email so that they can just grab my email, populate it, and send me a proposal, as well as videos completed, items sold, revenue generated, and then my rate card. So what I charge and what is included with that price tag. That's going to all be there. Super, super useful. I'm going to go ahead and click the web app. Every time you open the web app and grab something, it's going to populate a new tab. So you don't need to worry about losing the page that you're on. I'm going to go ahead and populate up creator connections. Here we will see the backend UI UX of that. Going back here to CC chat inputs, this is going to be right here in your messages UI UX. So right here, when you populate into a chat with a brand, these are those auto reply messages right here. You can just click add. Again, it's personal preference. If you've been doing this a while and you're sending a lot of messages and brands keep saying a similar thing that you can respond to with sort of a templated way of responding, you can go ahead and add your own template. I'm just giving you a rough draft for what I use and what works for me. A lot of the responses and conversation flows are going to be similar, if not the exact same. Now, when you are on the Viral Vault for the templates, a lot of these templates, such as the follow-up, initial message, message notification, these two are irrelevant currently. Those three, you may not be able to add the template block here. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. An easy way to do that on the back end of Creator Connections, open up Product View right here. You'll see the edit template button right here. You can click that. It will pull all four of those so that you can set these up. Again, I know I've said this a couple of times. You only have to create these templates one time per computer that you're signing up with. So once you have this situated on your computer, it's going to be there so you don't have to deal with this in your daily workflow. Initial message, this one is going to be the primary meat and potatoes. When you send a message to a brand, this is the first touch point that they are going to get from you. This is the first point of contact. Let's make it memorable. Message blocks, you see here, I have 3 of them and you have a limit of 4. I'm sorry, I have 4 of them, not 3 of them, maxed out, and 100 characters each. The backend UI UX of Creator Connections, it's super clunky, it's ugly, it doesn't do line breaks. So when you send everything in one message block, even if you put tabs in there and you've got spaces, it's not going to populate that way. It's going to be just a gigantic blocky paragraph. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be hard to read. Break it all up with message blocks, which you'll just click a little plus sign add block right here. Obviously I can't because I'm at max. You only get 4. Here's my initial message. You don't have to copy this exactly. Also, again, rough draft. This is what I do. You can copy it, or preferably, I hope you don't copy it, make your own, play with it, tweak it, design what works for you, track it, maybe look at what kind of engagement metrics you're getting over time, tweak it to make it better. My name's Jacob. I'm a gold creator that has generated substantial revenue for brands over the last 3 years of doing this program full time. I'm interested in these products. Again, bracket, ASIN. Are you interested in providing a sample or samples? I'll create a video promotion. It will appear on my storefront. Here's my storefront link so that they can review that. Here's my other social media. Boom. That gives them who I am, value proposition, ask, and my digital IP for their review so that they can determine whether or not they want to move forward with this collaboration. That's going to be the initial message, perhaps one of the most important messages, because if this message is poor, you're going to be getting a low response rate, which then means you're not securing a lot of brand deals. Let's go ahead and close that. Additional request. Again, like I said, this is going to be a brand that you've already messaged. You've already sent them a message for a ASIN, and then the next day or a week later, you send them another message, same brand, different ASIN. It's not going to send the initial message again. It's going to send the additional request message, which looks like this. One content block's all that's really necessary. I'm also interested in these products, ASINs. I'd love to collaborate. Keep it short, keep it simple, keep it sweet. Easy peasy. Follow up. These are going to be your follow up messages. This one is super easy. So I'll show you where the follow-up messages are. They're different than the regular messages. You get the same amount of messages and follow-up messages. This is for when a brand has not responded to your initial message longer than 48 hours. Brand, just circling back on this potential collaboration. Here's my verified media kit, highlighting my on-site stats for your review. Drop the media kit. Instant credibility. Perhaps you've worked with Amazon sellers before. This is on the creator side. Perhaps you haven't. Let me share a little bit of an insight. Sellers can see whether or not creators are performing. Unfortunately, what they deal with a lot is that influencers will reach out to them for brand collaborations. They will get sent a sample and they will not meet their deliverables. They'll ghost them. We'll never hear from them again. We are not going to be like that. We are going to meet our deliverables. We're actually going to do what we tell the brands we're going to do, thus establishing a working relationship and good rapport. Unfortunately, though, many brands have dealt with this for a while. They've been burned multiple times, so they are a little skeptical. Perhaps they leave you on red. When you drop the follow-up message, you give them your verified media kit. Boom, instant credibility. They know you're actually serious. You really do this. You're going to meet your deliverables, especially when they see the numbers on there. Super nice. Then notify brand, super easy. This one's simple. Just finished up the video. Here are the links, content links. This is going to be for your storefront link as well as any other media links that are attached through URL Vue. That is going to include Pinterest, YouTube, as well as your actual storefront shoppable link. And then boom, content block. This is an ask. You have just met your brand deliverables. You've proven that you have merit. You're an influencer that actually does what they say they're going to do, thus establishing good rapport. They probably want to work with you again. Ask. The ask being, if you have any more products you need reviewed, let me know. I would love to work together again. You will be shocked at how many additional brand deals come from this. This is how you're going to establish a working relationship with a brand. You'll be able to see right here how many messages you have. For the VA, you're going to have either 20, 40, 60, 80, or 100 messages a day. You can see the reset timer. Make sure you use all those messages. Don't miss messages. Now for follow-up messages in the messages UI UX, if you scroll down here past 48 hours, let's go. Here we go. We're starting to see them. You'll see these follow-up message buttons. You can click that. Once you have it highlighted, this will populate. You can click it and it'll send them out. I just said don't miss messages. Here is something that's important to note. It is not always possible to send all your follow-up messages. Sometimes the daily counter is going to reset. You'll have sent all your initial messages. You still have a couple of follow-up messages. There aren't any follow-up message bubbles populating. The reason for that being, for example, you have a 50% response rate, which you're not going to have a 50% response rate. That's way too high, but I'm just for sake of example. If you have 100 messages, you sent out 100, 50 of them already responded to you, so they're not going to have the opportunity to have a follow-up message. Effectively meaning the higher that your response rate is, the more brand deals and collaborations you're actually getting to work out, the less likely it is that you'll be able to send all your follow-up messages. It's actually a good thing. Now, obviously, you do want to scroll down and try to send all your messages. Sometimes it just won't be possible. That's okay. If your Amazon influencer is giving you a hard time about missing a couple of follow-up messages here and there, show them this. It's just not possible. It means that you are getting a lot of brand deals. Let's go. It's really a good thing. Another thing you're going to want to set up, you're going to go open up a tab, app.urlvue.com, pull that up here. I'm not entirely sure whether or not you as a VA are going to have to set this up on your computer. It's possible. Just go ahead and log into this and accept it. Now, once that's logged in, you're going to go to YouTube, get onto that shoppable storefront, open up YouTube Studio. Right here, you will see Viral Vue options. Click that. Manage templates. This is going to be the last template we need to set up. You can have a couple of variations. Obviously, as you get more practice, you'll become more familiarized with how you can tweak these and customize these. I just have one blanketed, really easy autofill affiliate tag. To grab your affiliate tag for your influencer, you're going to open up an Amazon tab, click on any product. It does not matter. Once it starts to populate, you're going to hit this button right up here, get URL view link, the big blue button at the top right. Right there, you will see your affiliate tag auto-populated. Go ahead and grab that, paste that in. Obviously, title, here are your autofills. Video title is going to copy the exact same title from your storefront to here. This is my description. Now, we are compliant to the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. We do have to have disclosure. This is a legal requirement. These are affiliate links in here. I want you to know that. Effectively, that's what it says. A get price here, deep link. This is a smart link. Boom, that's done. Before you buy, product title, check out my review to this product, see if it's right for you. What do you think about this brand? These are all autofills. Obviously, again, with the templates, do not copy my templates directly. I want you to use some creativity. Use this as a loose leaf template. Now, once that's all set up, you have set up all your templates. You are good to go. You are ready to start doing the DMOs, the daily methods of operation, all the clerical task load and jobs for running this business. A couple more UI UX things that I want to go through in this video while we're going over it. Product research tools. Right here is the auto research function. Now, what this is going to do on the back end of Creator Connections, you have auto research right here. You can grab filters as well as different product criteria, product categories, or just raw loose leaf keywords. These are long tail or short tail keywords, and start research. One important thing to note, every time you run the auto research tool, which is right here, it is going to clear the auto research bucket. Right here, I have 31 products in it. So if I run the tool on Creator Connections, all 31 of those will disappear, forever lost. What you want to do each time you run auto research before you run it again, you want to go ahead and grab them. It's 31 items. Boom, select actions, copy to CC bucket. Give it a minute and it will populate those over to your bucket manager right here. It will show you a little sign when it pops up that it did that job successfully. Now, every time you run the auto research tool, it's going to empty this, but it's no problem. You already moved it to your bucket manager. Your bucket manager does not empty. See, boom, 31 products copied, good to go. Now, if we look at my bucket manager, I have 827 products in my bucket manager right now, thus making sending messages unbelievably simple when the time comes. We are going to go deep dive into that in a later module. Let's not worry about it right now. Media kit, like I said, that's here. You don't really need this because this is already going to be set up for you. So as a VA, it's not really relevant. Profits dashboard is going to be all your back-end reporting for earnings and all of that stuff. As well, it can break down to on-site, off-site, creator connections, and revival opportunities. We can go deep dive into all of this at a later time. It is super effective. Brand deal tracker. This right here is going to be your best friend. I highly recommend you get super familiarized with this UI UX because when you're sending messages to brands, facilitating cross-posting, as well as just keeping organizational track of everything, this is going to be unbelievably important to stay up to date with and on track. As you go through the deal flow, you will move things from pending to negotiating to confirmed, which on the back end of Creator Connections, you'll be able to see that right here. When you click into a chat, it'll populate the ASIN you're talking about. It's going to be pending reply initially. When you get the response and you send out your message, you're going to go ahead and just populate that to whichever one that is. Make sure you're up to date on all that. That way it makes it much easier for you to do your job when you are actually posting the content, to just come here into the brand deal tracker, either grab the brand name or grab the product name, or even the ASIN if you want to filter that way. Product received, this is going to be more responsible for the creator themselves because you're not the one receiving the items. Video created, video published, and then complete it. Select OK once you're done with that, and then you'll be good to go. Obviously, this is a do as I say, not as I do type situation. I have 16,700 pending replies. That's not accurate. I just haven't done a good job at doing what I just told you to do, where you're actively keeping track of everything as you're sending the messages and not just leaving them in pending. Completed, confirmed, currently working on, negotiating, pending reply, new, and then your active deals. All really good stuff. Here is your storefront, which is going to give you a bunch of comprehensive data on where we are ranking, what carousels we're in, if we're in neither, top, both. These buttons right here for US, UK, Canada, YouTube, and Pinterest, these are just internal tracking that let you know if that video is cross-posted. Super important. This is going to be in storefront optimizations later. It's going to be really, really relevant. These buttons don't do anything other than let you know for backend reporting purposes that this is already done. Right here up at the top, URL Vue is actually just going to populate URL Vue, which gives you all your deep linking. There is comprehensive data. If you click over to stats, you can see everything, how it's charting out where the clicks are coming from, as well as what they're clicking on, all extremely useful. That is the first one. We've done all the setup. All your templates are good to go. You are ready to operate all your daily methods of operation, what tasks you're going to be doing. I'll make each individual video for each task so that you have a rough draft of how you're going to be doing this role. Thank you. On to the next one.